Montreal Canadiens general manager Marc Bergevin wasted no time wowing 2013 NHL Draft watchers with his multicolored patterned suit. So we can only try to play along. And the New York Islanders wasted no time on draft day, making news themselves early in the first round. Just like last year when they acquired Lubomir Visnovsky, today they made news during the first round of the draft by confirming a trade of Nino Niederreiter to the Minnesota Wild for Cal Clutterbuck and the 70th overall pick. That's the Minnesota Wild's third round pick. Now, the Nino trade was pretty disappointing at first for most Islanders fans because as a 5th overall pick and someone who was once seen as that really key power scoring forward that many hoped to have, he's been a disappointment. Part of that is the Islanders doing, how they've handled him. Part of that is his doing. After he led the Bridgeport Sound Tigers in scoring for most of last season, although Brock Nelson eventually caught up with him and passed him, many were hoping that he would be able to get another chance at a top 6 role. That, of course, isn't going to happen. He's, of course, made waves last year and during this past season, even requesting a trade through his agent and sort of acting hurt that he wasn't called up for training camp after the lockout. So this is a parting of ways and a disappointing end to what was once a pretty choice asset. That said, Clutterbuck is a useful NHLer, and fans really shouldn't lose sight of that. He's not a top 6 guy, but he is a physical, smart possession player with a little bit of scoring punch. So no, he's not what you expect to get from the 5th overall pick, but he will be a useful addition to the Islanders. The disappointment really comes down to just how much Niederreiter has not met expectations and how really Islanders fans will never get to see him get that full chance in a scoring role to see if he might do that. We'll see how he does for the Wild. They're also pretty deep in forward prospects, so he might not get the featured role that he's been hoping for ever since he was drafted. Meanwhile, the draft continues on. The Islanders did use their first round pick, 15th overall, on Ryan Pulock, who is a clear offensive defenseman out of Brandon Wheat Kings in the WHL. Of course, he has a 100-mile-per-hour shot is the buzz about him, but he really does have good offensive instincts according to all the scouts. And really the only conflict in opinion on him is whether he has the defensive side of his game or the mobility to really be a good all-around defenseman, or whether he'll just end up being a power play specialist. Either way, the Islanders could certainly use the latter in their system, so it's a pretty good pick that fits into their system. And we'll see what else they do with the rest of the draft. Thanks for watching. I'm Dominic Jansky with Lighthouse Hockey on SB Nation's YouTube channel, and remember to, express yourself.